And for the last time today, we are welcoming you guys back. It's 8 guests. We somewhat made it through some little small difficult problems, but the guy who has waited the longest is the AirFrance Cup winner. He is now joining his team at PAX again. So a lot to speak with Cocow about. Cocow, first and foremost, sorry for waiting so long, but how is
No
life? And
problem.
welcome to Trackmania Live.
Yeah, thanks for having me again. It's been a long time since I came here the last time, but yeah, I'm happy to speak with you again. And yeah, really long stuff to speak about.
I mean, the reason why it's such a long time is because I still feel a little bit offended about you not picking me to go into Canada after that Air
Yeah,
France win.
man,
I mean,
and girlfriend.
feelings got hurt, man. But can you tell people that maybe still don't maybe catch it on Twitter? Maybe it's not as active as I am, who update Twitter every minute. How was it the experience to actually be in Canada and experience that after winning the Air France Cup?
Yeah, after winning the cup, I didn't realize what I've just won. It's been quite a long time since I'm 18 that I wanted to go alongside the sea, like in United States or Canada or even Norway, why not? But yeah, winning this and going to Canada, well, I met Carl again and his girlfriend, so that's of course good. But yeah, bringing my girlfriend to this and seeing how happy she was after this trip is really amazing. And yeah, it was also at the same time as Valentine's Day, so
Oh
it's
yeah.
quite romantic, man.
Was that like a time when I don't know what to say finally, but like, maybe this video game that you're playing all the time pays off because now you can take me on a cool
Mm.
trip to over the seas or to Canada.
Well, she already knew that it's a big part of my life,
Mm.
and yeah, she follows me in any cup, in any tournament. She asks me to give info, even if it's not going well. But yes, she is very supportive, and that's the part I love from her.
Mm. But if you now then talk about the Air France Cup, is maybe the weirdest cup that I never expected to see in Trackmania that we
Mm.
played on a flying airplane. You
Yeah.
ended up winning it. It was an historic event, but now that you look back at it, is it like just a cool thing to win? Do you still feel some prestige about winning it? How do you view that event in retrospective?
Well, it wasn't the highest skill gap level since we were all on the same level of difficulty. Some has some weird tablet stuff like low FPS rate. Uh, yeah, we weren't all in the same equality. I mean, and I was obviously some was really some luck. I had the best tablet, I guess. So that's why I ended up winning it. But it's obviously some good prestige because it's the very first esports thing in an airplane, and my name is at the top. So obviously some prestige. And but yeah, I really was not the highest skill gap tournament.
Mm. But let's be honest, once you look back at it in, let's say, 5 years, people are not gonna look at the results list and then it's gonna say who are the best tablet. They are just gonna
Oh,
see that, yeah,
of course,
Coco is
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be the winner of
yeah.
it, and then like,
And
yeah.
that's obviously what I'm saying to my friends and all stuff. But look, I'm the best in the airplane, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But if we talk about some news that I think it was out last week that
Mhm.
Team PAX is back. Domingo is now supporting. I guess it was you and Bad Lulu in the start as well last year,
Yep.
but then eventually Scrappy joined as well.
Mm.
Can you tell us how was the process of getting it back? Was it him contacting you again? Was it you trying to push and see if he has still some interest about this? How was the
Mhm.
process of joining Team PAX again?
Well, we knew after ZrT last year that we wanted to do another editions, and obviously Bercy had a big impact into it. But I contacted Domingo in early January, and he says to me back like 10 minutes after that he wanted to contact me as well to build a cool project because I told him that Trackmania is turning quite professional and some really good guy have some contracts, and if he wants to have a cool duo, because yeah, I thought he would be in duo this year. If he wants to have a really solid duo, he needed to be really early to have negotiation, etc. And to be quite honest, we before coronavirus happened, we we have some hopes to be in TMGL, with Team PAX. So obviously not with Batlulu, but with another player that is in the top 16. But yeah, COVID-19 happened, so it didn't happen. But yeah, he loved the game. He loved to manage a team. He loved Batlulu. He likes me because I'm really, and even Batlulu is he's sweet. He's really good at the game. He's really performant, and obviously he's a pillar to the ZrT Cups.
Mm.
And yeah, that's been a really cool project to build. It hopefully it will be more than ZrT Cup.
Yeah, I mean, I was at Strasbourg last year. You were also there, but not as a player. But
Mm.
I was watching Domingo just watch his team PAX, then being
Yeah.
Scrappy and Domingo, no, Bad Lulu. It was
Mm.
crazy to see how passionate he is. Is that the impression you have as well, that he actually cares about how you perform, how Bad Lulu performs?
Yeah, he's really emotional, and even if when he streams a Football Manager or lately, I guess he's something into Formula One or something like that. And yeah, sure, yeah. Thanks, Geek. And yeah, he's really emotional. He's really following this really carefully, and it's really enjoyable for players and manager for me to see him giving his best, giving really all he have to us, because we feel like we give something to someone and a community that he has, and it's really enjoyable.
Mm. When you mentioned that maybe you hope that he will stick around for longer than set a
Mm.
teacup this year, for a player like yourself, how, I don't know, how safe do you feel about that? Because it's never safe to join just for one event if you look at a
Yeah.
long-term perspective about your career.
Mm.
But why do you actually take a chance like this if you don't know how long it's gonna eventually stick around?
Well, it's not a secret for anyone, but lately I've not been performing at my best level, and actually, I followed Domingo back in the day for a really long time. And once I got asked with Badril to build a team, to build a project with him, I had no doubt that I would give everything to join him and to build something in Trackmania with him. Uh, but yeah, right now I don't have many opportunities. My only goal is to perform quite good at the ZRT Cup. But my goal as a player is to be back in TMGL, obviously. So I'll give it my all to train and to perform in OGL, and I think I can still be in Team Pact for this OGL thing, and being followed by Domingo, I guess it's something that's doable. So yeah, I'm trying to stay positive and to perform well this year.
Hmm. Yeah, for people that might not know, you were in the Trackmania Grand League's first season, then ended up being knocked out. Can you tell people how has that affected your motivation in the game? That now you no longer have a secure spot there. Now you have to actually fight your way back into the Trackmania Grand League.
Well, actually, being in TMGL didn't motivate me enough to train properly, and it's been a year or two or half a year now that online tournaments is really boring to me. I don't enjoy playing online, and I really prefer to play to train for an offline events like Lyon Esport, etc. You obviously can see the difference in my results between online and offline events, and that's basically the way I train. I train really hard for offline events because this is really emotional. You can see him, I scream a lot, I talk to me, I trash talk in French, obviously, so you cannot translate it. But yeah, I'm really emotional, and I don't have any emotions. Like, it's been a year, I don't have any emotions online.
Hmm.
So yeah, I hope I can find that motivation back to be back in the TMGL, since it's not a LAN anymore. For yeah, it's not a LAN thingy, except playoff. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, after that or after that Champions Grand League season, we're gonna have the playoff for the eight best players in Lyon.
Mm.
Then, of course, you didn't qualify, but you still went as a player. I put you up there as the top four contender because
Mm.
I saw that as some sort of 3 points. People are gonna forget about him.
Yeah,
It was so close, man. It
it
was
was
so
actually
close until
close.
I
Yeah.
got some 3 points there. But
Mm.
can you tell people why is it so much fun for you to actually play at the LAN event? What is for people that don't understand it, what is the difference? Why you can be motivated for one thing but not as motivated for another thing?
Well, obviously being with friends, because it's been a really long time since I played Trackmania, and I've built some really strong friendships and even more. But yeah, it motivates me to play alongside friends and people that look at you and tell you, "Oh man, this guy is sick." Is wow, it's so much risky, and it pays off. That's crazy. And being online, like you see, I play in my bedroom like all the time, and there's no one behind me. That's kind of a loneliness that I want to avoid. And yeah, being in the LAN events, it's like playing sports. Like you play a football match, a handball match, I don't know, any sports match, and you have interactions with people, and that's why it is for me. Competition is all about interaction between players, between supporters, and that's why I really want Trackmania to be as big as Counter Strike. Because yeah, I mean, I'm really into esports, and I see every competitions of every big tournaments, big games, sorry, being played online on stage, etc. And that's really a thing I want to live once in my life as a manager or as a player.
Hmm. But then this year's edition of the ZrT Cup is not going to take place
Mm,
offline. We don't not going to have a Core Hotels Arena, but we're still going to have a cup.
mm.
Can you tell people what is your personal goal then? Do you have a goal of even qualifying? Is it just to reach maybe top 64, top 32? What is your personal goals now?
Well, actually, right now I don't feel really good at the game because the ice thingy is really fucking me up. I don't know, like my hands and my brain are not synchronized. I don't know how to play ice yet. But yeah, obviously I'm quite decent at the game still when it's come to world dirt, etc. So my goal is to go as high as possible. Of course, play day two. It's 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 my goal actually. Play day two.
Hmm. But then you have a teammate in Bad Lulu. I mean, looking at the last year's edition, I had Scrappy and Bad Lulu as one of the contenders to even win it to challenge Carl Jr. and Bren, but sadly they got knocked out in the semifinal. Can you tell people, have you spoken to Bad Lulu about this year's edition and what is his expectations? Is this maybe his big break that he's going to eventually get a podium space or even
Mm.
a win?
Well, I think Badulu is quite a freak online. He's so good at every qualifications for the offline events in ZrT. He dominates its quarterfinals, so I guess this will happen this year even more. And since it's all online, even though we will be gonna play on Intel room alongside Domingo, he will be streaming beside us. So that's gonna be a, a good boost for us. But I mean, playing online with Bad Lulu is a mental boost, and I guess he will reach the final.
Hmm. But then if you talk about Open Grand League, is it as simple as to say that the clear goal this year, this season, is to actually claim your way back into Grand League, or is it maybe next year's, or how is
No, no, no.
Open Grand League this year for you?
I want to be back as soon as possible because uh, I'm seeing some big team names coming up, like Alliance. I've seen a lot of League of Legends, and Alliance is obviously something that came to my mind with Froggen, etc. So I'm seeing some big team names, and I think that next year is going to be even bigger, and next year even bigger again. So I need to be back next season and stay motivated, train, because I feel like I can still do something in the game. And if not, then I'm going to be a manager. I'm going to spend all my time trying to manage someone and trying to give him all the support I can. And yeah.
Hmm. And final question from me is: if you have to change something or add something in this new Trackmania game that can make the game even better, what is the main thing you would say to Hillis, to the game developers? What is the thing that they should focus about now?
I really didn't think about these questions, but yeah, actually, something that really bored me playing Trackmania, playing new Trackmania, is the anti-wallbang system.
Hmm.
I mean, now if you crash without any purpose, like you just fail a drift or a turn, the punishment is so big than before. Like before, you would lost like a sec and you could come back on ZrT maps pretty easily, but now it lost you like 2 seconds. The speed is not coming back. The velocity is not here anymore. And yeah, I mean, this need to be this don't need to be fixed, but it is something that really bored me because yeah, and something that came to my mind, the respawn system. Sometimes it's really great for mappers and for sometimes like you just fail a drift, so you respawn it up, it's all clear. But when you fail and I mean you cross the TP in total, you can't do anything, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is so much thing to do right now, and I think you can do really really much more coming up after ZRT, etc. But yeah, I heard Superall say that adding new blocks, uphills in road, uphill in dirt. But yeah, this is quite limitless, I guess. You can go anywhere with Trackmania.
Thank you for taking so much time to actually
Thank
speak
you
with me.
guys.
Sorry for
Pleasure
waiting,
for
and
me.
all I want is to hear that Cocow scream at an offline event pretty soon, right?
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Good luck for the upcoming ZRT qualification, and don't be so shy about your own goals. We need to, you need to get. Let's get into the
Yeah,
playoff
yeah,
phase
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I'll try my best, man. Thanks.
Thank you, man. And that's it for today, guys. Now, 8 guests as last time. I still managed to do it somehow, but that is the work of G Geek who is in the background. Let's see when the next one is, but tell me if you like it, and then I'll continue to do it. And tell me if you want to have the Trackmania podcast back instead, then I could talk with Coco for 2 hours instead of talking to
Yeah, yeah.
7 others and Coco, right?
I cannot wait, man.
But that's it for today. I guess it's time to end it. Geek, if you have any final words, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you very much for tuning into this second episode of the Trackmania Live. Although we did have some technical issues again, and a little bit of unprofessionalism on my part with the audio of Wingo Bear's interview. I'm really sorry about this. This is all my fault. But yeah, I wanted to thank everyone for tuning in, and also thank you again for Eirik for bringing up the concept and actually proposing me to host the Trackmania Live. It's always a pleasure to do stuff like this, and I'm hoping to do more in the future.
Bye bye.
Ciao, guys.
See y'all next time.